Good Samaritan grabbed 2 tissues and used one to dab Pecker Blue's eyes and then wiped their own eyes. After they both got back a little of their composure, Pecker Blue asked the Good Samaritan where they had found him. The Good Samaritan informed Pecker that they heard his faint crying and followed the sound, which led them to a dumpster where Pecker was found in a white box. Pecker Blue was confused. Surely his man wouldn't just toss him away like that. Something had to be wrong. His man, Pecker Blue, and his 2 best friends had so many good times together. Something must have gone wrong with the procedure. Pecker thought if he was found in the dumpster, his man and best friends could be in trouble and out there somewhere, waiting for his return. He had to find them. The Good Samaritan asked how he would find them, and Pecker stated he would start at the hospital. Pecker asked the Good Samaritan to take him back there. The Good Samaritan asked him which hospital, but Pecker Blue didn't know the name. He told the Good Samaritan the dumpster had to have been the hospital's, but the Good Samaritan told Pecker Blue there was no hospital there. The dumpster was in a back alley outside a restaurant right by the city limit. They told Pecker the closest hospital to there was 15 miles away. Once again, Pecker felt alone and cried. He had to find his man and 2 best friends. He kept thinking about how he would find them, but was too distraught and getting tired. He knew he had to do it, though. He had no life without them. Pecker gave himself a mental pep talk and decided he would need to venture out into the world and find them. Surely they would do the same for him. He asked the Good Samaritan for a favor. If he was going to take on this mission, he needed to get around town somehow. He would need legs and hands. The Good Samaritan agreed to help him, but told him it would take some time and he would likely need to stay and recover at their house. The Good Samaritan told Pecker Blue to give him an hour to gather up what was needed. 3 hours later, Pecker woke up feeling a bit drowsy, but was laying on the softest bed he ever felt. The Good Samaritan leaned over and asked him how he felt. Pecker Blue told them he was a bit drowsy, but otherwise doing well. He asked the Good Samaritan how it went, and they explained that Pecker shouldn't expect traditional legs and arms, and that they did the best they could for him in the short amount of time they had, and considering whom they had to work with as a patient. The Good Samaritan explained that his arms were not functioning limbs, but definitely added a bit of flair. Since the Good Samaritan wasn't able to get Pecker functioning arms, they tried to make up for it by giving him 3 legs. Pecker asked if he could see for himself. The Good Samaritan helped him up and took him to the mirror. Pecker inhaled a sharp breath when he saw himself. The Good Samaritan looked at Pecker and asked what was wrong. Did he not like what they had done? Pecker said it wasn't that. It was the look of his flesh. Why was he blue? The Good Samaritan stated he imagined it was due to the lack of blood flow. Pecker felt like the world was coming to an end. He went from being attached to his man, having 2 best friends that never left his side, and even though he didn't know what his man meant when he would tell him he had to wear his raincoat, he knew those nights were the best nights. Would he ever feel that way again? Would he ever find his man and best friends? He was getting dizzy and thought he may fall over, but then his new legs started moving, and he realized he had control and could walk. He looked down to see that he was indeed walking, and since this ordeal began, he actually felt a bit of hope. After a few minutes, Pecker Blue walking around and testing out his legs, the Good Samaritan suggested that he rest and get some sleep, and that he should wait to see how he felt in the morning before venturing out on his mission. Pecker yawned and agreed. He hadn't been this tired since the last time that woman was over, and his man had him working overtime. A good night's sleep would help him focus tomorrow when he ventured out to find his family.